Welcome to Iraqi Dinar Update, your go-to source for the latest news, expert insights, and real-time developments on Iraq's currency, economy, and financial reforms. Whether you're a long-time investor or just curious about the dinar, you're in the right place. The situation unfolding inside Iraq tonight is nothing short of extraordinary. A significant escalation has occurred, stemming from growing tensions in the region. According to eyewitness accounts and real-time updates from individuals on the ground, U.S. military installations within Iraq are currently under attack. The threat, as described by those sheltering from the assault, is not abstract or speculative. It is very real, present, and violent. Iranian-backed militants, reportedly operating with direct or indirect support from Iran, have launched a wave of coordinated strikes on several targets. One of the most alarming reports from the ground indicates that a major radar installation, vital for early warning systems and aerial threat detection, has been destroyed. Alongside this, swarms of drones are reported to be actively striking military bases, creating chaos in northern Iraq, where fires now light up the night sky. One such voice amidst the turmoil is that of a witness using the pseudonym Firefly. This individual has provided stark visuals of what is occurring. The skies above the northern regions of Iraq are not just filled with stars or storm clouds tonight, they are filled with fire, smoke, and the sounds of explosions. From his vantage point, the destruction is visible. Bases have been hit. The horizon glows ominously with the aftermath of bombardment. It's a chilling sight that underscores just how volatile the current environment has become. Another prominent figure in this exchange is Frank, who has taken a more calming approach in his response. While reports from the ground describe intense activity, explosions, and visible fires, Frank attempts to soothe fears. He urges those involved to take cover, to focus on the safety of their families, and to stay calm. He downplays the extent of the damage, claiming that while the attacks may seem intense and terrifying in the moment, their actual impact was minimal. This difference in perspectives, between those witnessing the firestorms firsthand and those offering reassurance from outside the immediate danger zone, highlights the complex emotional and psychological layers of conflict reporting. Firefly goes on to confirm that local television is covering the strikes, reporting that not all rockets found their intended targets. This, in some sense, may support Frank's argument that the attack was not as devastating as initially feared. Some munitions appear to have missed. However, the psychological impact remains massive. Regardless of whether every missile hit a bullseye, the feeling on the ground is one of fear, uncertainty, and a renewed sense of vulnerability. For the Iraqi people, especially those in proximity to the targeted areas, tonight is a grim reminder of their precarious position. Iraq has for years tried to balance its relationships with both the United States and Iran, often acting as an unwilling arena for their geopolitical rivalry. Despite political efforts to stabilize and reconstruct the nation, the echoes of war never truly fade. Each new attack chips away at the fragile sense of security that Iraqis have worked so hard to build. For the soldiers on base, both American and Iraqi, this is a moment of tension and danger. They must rely on hardened shelters, alert systems, and training to navigate the threats that tonight has brought. From a strategic perspective, the destruction of a major radar installation is significant. Such facilities are not easily replaced, and their loss creates blind spots in regional defense networks. This can embolden further aggression, making tonight's events potentially the first in a chain of escalating actions. Moreover, the use of drones, likely low-cost, commercially modified systems, demonstrates how modern warfare continues to evolve. Enemies no longer require fleets of aircraft to inflict damage. They can rely on swarms of small, nimble devices launched remotely or even autonomously. For observers, analysts, and the international community, this incident raises several urgent questions. Will the United States retaliate? How will the Iraqi government respond to an attack that occurred within its borders but may have originated from within its own militia networks? What message is Iran trying to send? And how will this affect the already strained dialogue between Washington and Tehran? These are not abstract considerations, they are the threads from which tomorrow's headlines will be woven. Despite the horror described by Firefly, Frank insists that the situation is under control. He speaks with a tone of reassurance, one that seeks to keep panic at bay. He implies that the damage is cosmetic more than structural, and that the attackers failed to achieve meaningful disruption. Whether this is accurate or a hopeful attempt at morale maintenance remains to be seen. What is certain is that the contrast between Firefly's lived experience and Frank's remote commentary presents a powerful juxtaposition, between the chaos of the moment and the calm of perspective. Tonight's events must also be viewed in the context of Iraq's recent attempts at economic and political normalization. With reforms underway, foreign partnerships being cultivated, and long-term visions being drafted for financial and infrastructural growth, such violence threatens to derail momentum. Investors need stability. Citizens need peace. Regional allies need predictability. None of those can coexist with drone strikes lighting up the night sky. Still, even in the midst of this crisis, there are signs of resilience. The very act of people like Firefly reporting from the ground, sharing what they see, trying to make sense of the chaos, is a form of resistance. It's a refusal to be silenced by violence. Frank's call for calm, for protection of family and community, is another sign. It suggests that while rockets may fall, the spirit of those enduring the storm remains unbroken. As dawn approaches, the fires may subside, the drones may return to their nests, and the skies may again darken to silence. But the memory of tonight will linger. It will fuel debates in Parliament, strategy sessions in war rooms, and prayers whispered by families who came too close to the edge. The question now is what tomorrow brings, and whether this was an isolated flare-up or the opening act of something far more destabilizing. Regardless, tonight's events reinforce an old truth. Iraq, despite all progress, remains caught in a dangerous intersection of global ambition and regional vendettas. The people who live there, who work there, who serve on its soil, are the ones who pay the price each time that tension boils over. And yet, they endure. Even as bases are hit, as radar towers fall, and as skies burn, Iraqis do not flee from their homeland. They dig in, protect their families, and hope for peace, however distant it may seem. Thanks for tuning into Iraqi Dinar Update. If you found this content helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a beat on Iraq's evolving financial landscape. Stay informed, and stay ready.